Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Factorio Living with Biters. So, we've just set up some plastic production, which is good. There seem to be some biters that are very much enjoying it, or really hating it. It's hard to say which. But yeah, what we need to do is get this over to the main base. We also need to sort out sulfur, and I think I'm going to do that now. So that uses water, petroleum gas, and if we wanted to make it into the sulfuric acid, we would need iron. So we'd probably want to do that over there, though piping water along will be slightly annoying in the distance. It's not too much of a terrible thing. Oh, I wonder if I should set up a radar actually, considering the position we're currently in. Let's do that, let's build one. I think we might have one handy somewhere. Do we? No. Okay, we'll build a new one. And we'll go about here, I think. Yeah, that should be right. I'll just wait for this line to fade out so I can work out the square. I might want to put it on that end of the biters or something. Yep. So yeah, well, I'm gonna move down a bit, and it shouldn't be an issue. Into these trees. Went too far. Go back up. Here. Okay. So we'll just cut down a couple of these trees around the place. We've got far too much wood on us at the moment. We need to designate a steel chest to fill with wood, which is what I usually end up doing. Right. Plonk. And then we'll put a power pole here, and then we'll see if we can connect that up to something in the network. There we go. And now we've increased our scanning range. At the moment there's nothing there yet because we haven't actually built any stuff there. There's a couple of bits of oil around the place though, so I'll probably be going there later on. And this will help us with scanning. We'll get a good bunch of this area scanned here, find more oil that we can use and so on. But there's a lot of little deposits popping up all over the place, which is nice. But anyway, let's go back over here. We want to do sulfur, and I think I want to set it up right here just for convenience, though it's not too convenient what with this line being in the way. We can move that though. So I've got some water pipes here just happily sat around, so let's just craft a bunch of underground pipes. We're running out of iron, so we will have to go back to the main base soon. Is there any signs that sort of needs doing right now? I guess I could do some logistics stuff. I mean, very little of it, but some. Well, that's actually interesting. You can increase your logistics slots before you can research the logistics system itself. That is a little bit odd. Never noticed that before. We can do bullet damage and stuff, but then all the weaponry, what's the point? Why should we do it? We can do modules, actually. That would make more sense, so we'll do that. But, right, how are we going to do this? Because actually these pipes... Oh no, this can work. So I'm just thinking these pipes will be used for this, but they will actually be stepped over by one. So we can have a separate line going alongside that doesn't matter so much. Yeah, I wish I knew which side the water went into, because then I could do something. Let's get rid of that actually, and then go from here. Oh, stupid tree in the way. One lone tree scuppering all my plans, and then one lone rock scuppering them significantly more. How do I deal with a rock? I mean, I could try using the gun. This is dangerous. I hope this works. There we go, we're shooting the rock, but the moment we stop shooting the rock, we may shoot something else, and that could end badly. So be very careful. Just like individual shots towards the end. There we go, okay. Nothing tried to kill me. It's all fine. I've got one magazine left now, which is not a problem. Oh, there's another rock here. We may not need to worry about that, though. Actually, this water is at miles to one side. Okay, so we want to put this in, methinks. And then we're going to need to craft a chemical plant. Oh, we can still make those. They don't use too much iron, so we've got a couple left that we can do. Yeah, we may only need one. Oh, there goes modules. We may only need one chemical plant for sulfur, because that's usually all I need. In Rail World I've managed to get to 2, but only just. Right, if we put it there, I'll see what needs to go where. Oh, that lines up perfectly. So we'll make a couple of pipes. Then the water is a bit more of an issue. It actually means we'll have some trouble with power poles. I'll put it there for now, and I think there's something I can work out later on. Anyway, let's go over here with this. And then down. And we need, I think, 3 little pipes. And there we have it. That is sulfur production, which builds up. It's very weird how it does that. All of the chemical plants and the assemblers and everything have fairly strict limits on how much can build up, but for some reason the sulfur plant specifically fills up a full stack of sulfur. Never understood that. It's very strange. But anyway, let's get some inserters. Let's see, we'll do that because we want to do some belt balancing on this, methinks. I don't know how important it really is, but we'll do it anyway. And then a couple of steps this way. Underground belt there. And there we go. We've got a sulfur belt just by our plastic belt, and it's now powered. So there we go. Sulfur and plastic. So the next stage is to get them back to the base and get all the blue signs components made with them. Though now I say that, do we want to go all the way back to the base, or do we want to set up a base sort of at a midpoint that makes blue signs? Because we do want to keep stuff separate. There's a nice open space here that I like the look of. And we might just use this. This seems like a good place to do the blue signs. So I guess we'll clear a couple of trees and stuff. And then start working on things. Now the issue develops here that one thing I want to now put here is what do you call it? Advanced circuits. And I know from experience that advanced circuit consumption can get very high in the later on stages if you're making lots of modules and things like that. And well, I mean, I guess it's not too important, but you do need them for rocket defense at the end of things. So, you know, I'm going to be limiting the size of the advanced circuit production here. But then, I think that sort of thing is going to be happening a lot. There's going to be a lot of issues with just not having enough stuff being made anywhere. And I think there's going to be a lot of logistics in the future. We may even, like, go full-scale logistics with it, because that's something I've never actually done in Factorio. Done the whole thing where you, like, barely have any belts and it's all just logistics bots delivering stuff from A to B. We did all that research very quickly. What next? Armor. Armor is something I can still justify. If things go sour, that gives me a little longer to survive. There's the sulfur, there it is. It's being produced faster than the plastic, it looks like. Or maybe it isn't actually. Well, at the end of the day, less of it is used up, so... right, we're going to have to go resupply soon enough, because I don't have enough iron for all these belts. But we can make a bit of progress for now. And can't see where I'm going anymore, because it's dark. But anyway, we're going back to the base. Yeah, this is going into the large area, I think. Or is that one of them's a large area? It's hard to see. I need to get night vision goggles. I feel like the night vision goggles recently have improved, and that there's a bit less green and a bit more just being able to see stuff, which is nice. I could just be seeing things though and getting too used to them. And here we are on the base, which is once again biter free. Though there are more issues with getting in and out of it, because like I've gone into this bit and now I can't get out to that bit. If we get... I can set up a little gate here, I think. That should be alright. Though you do have to be careful about airlock stuff, I guess. Let's do a little one here. Just a tiny little airlock on the end. And it'll barely function actually, but whatever. Right, where's the iron? Here's the iron. And do I have a storage chest for it? Oh, this has run out of coal. Whoops. I don't think I do have a storage chest for iron. I didn't realise I didn't have that. I probably should, really. But anyway, let's just hoover up the stuff. I guess the furnaces count to some degree or another as storage chests. They each have 100 stack in them if things are built up, which they haven't completely, but enough for me to get nearly 5 stacks there. All I need to do is stand on the belt a little bit longer. And there we go. I don't like having the one extra. There we go. Now we've actually got 4 stacks of copper. How did that even happen? We need a little bit more steel, just a smidge. I didn't put a limit on this chest. I probably should. Right, and then what I'm going to do is immediately use some of that steel to make a steel chest. I'll just stick that like here. And I'm just going to put all the wood in here. Because, oops, not the coal. The coal is useful. And I'll get rid of 8 of it. I like to have 3 stacks of that because it's just the right amount for a train if you ever need to do that. There we go, there's a bunch of space again in the inventory. And we're still good for all the other supplies, I think. Oh, one thing we should do though is get more walls, because I completely forgot about that before. And we do still need to build some walls around our new oil stuff. Ooh, the stone has run out. Right, how do we sort this out? I guess there's some here we can use. Only a little bit actually, that's a shame. It always looks like you can put it there and then you're like, nope, nope, the biter base is actually a block, or 2 in fact, 2 blocks wider than its actual image. Which is infuriating. But anyway, we'll set up our mining drill here, I guess. Does that work? No, that's emptying onto solid whatever. Right, and then that leads into there. Let's give it some power, as well as everything else, because I've just turned everything off with that. And we can put one over here as well, if the biters would move. I don't think I can do anything about that one. It's sort of he's buried himself in the base, and I realised that I was actually blocking it myself for a minute there, and now I can place it. Now those biters may get angry later if they're a bit stuck. Oh no, they've gone. They're fine. Not stuck at all. So we'll just connect this one up. And to the power, and then it'll all be fine again. We don't need all this stone that we've ended up with. Let's science happening. Let's put oh, that's the wrong one. This one. Whoops, that could have gone badly. But thankfully I spotted my mistake. We can do that there as well. We're down to 2 stacks of stone, which is how I like it. And we can put this power pole in here. I mean, there's not much stone. Well, I mean, there is a total of 2,000 actually, but it'll run out and we'll need stone again. But yeah, let's just get a bunch of this stuff and start making walls. Let's see if we can make 100. I have to work it out though, because there was some already in my inventory and I didn't check how many that was. And how it's going really fast and it's hard to keep track. Right, that's 60. So that'll be 80. Science is going like crazy. I'm just doing all this random suit stuff just because it's a good idea to get a power suit when you're surrounded by millions of biters. Alright, I think that's 100 walls, and then we'll get enough for 100 more actually, because walls are an important thing in this game, so I want to make sure we're well supplied in that sense. But let's go back over to the oil stuff, start setting some stuff up. Of course, we'll have to bring over iron and things as well and work all that out. It's going to be fiddly, and I think logistics will be a godsend in this particular game. Now I realise that I'm sending the plastic directly into some land it cannot traverse. That's a point. Can I even do an underground belt on the spawners with their weird dimensions? I think this might be 4, but it could be 5. We'll find out momentarily. Just pick random research. No. Okay, so we can't underground belt around this. We could possibly sneak through, like here. I mean, we probably want to come in like at the very bottom or the very top or whatever of the deposit. Well, not the deposit, the clearing. I think we have a path through here. We could just about get under the worm. Yep, that's clear. Though we have the issue of we need to bring 2 lines through here, so still a bit of a problem. We'll send the sulfur around the top, that'll be fine. Well, I'm just worrying about keeping it neat really, which is not that important. I am slightly concerned that we're going to have issues with biters trying to blow up these these belts though at some point. It seems unlikely, but you never know, it could happen. Let's bring over the sulfur, and we'll work out how we can bypass this. And it is here. We're out of belts, but we have a ton of iron now, so we can just craft millions of them. And then when it gets to the spawner, it can just do a little bit of a sidestep. Clear a couple more trees. And it's through. Again, it's getting dark and I can't see a thing. I do have some lights around, so let's go find some power poles and just stick lights on them. And they can be markers of some description. There's one. And now we can follow the line and find out where the other power pole is. And then there's one over here. And then there's one down here. Wow, it's going very far south. How did I arrange this? Did I have this coming from the copper or something? I don't know. But this gives me a marker of where I'm going in the dark, and where, like, a followable path to some degree or another. There we go. Let's craft some more lights. Wherever they are. There we go. And I think we need a little bit more iron, actually. We're using it up quite rapidly, what with all the belts we're making. We probably want some more. That's the thing, you use up so many belts as time goes on that you might as well craft like 2,000 of them once you have more than enough iron for things. Because you will eventually use the 2,000 belts one way or another. If all else fails, you can put them in green science. And there we go, nearly back up to 5 stacks. Things are actually a bit short right now, it seems. We do probably need more smelting to go on. I guess we could put some here or whatever, I don't know. Again, it's a potential logistics thing. That is something I'd be quite interested in doing, the logistics game. Just for a change, because I get too set in my ways quite often. And don't do anything new and interesting. I wonder, we might set up the blue science itself there, if there's enough room. I think there is. To fit like 2 rows of assemblers. Oh yeah, there's tons of room. Because I don't think 1 row would be enough here. Maybe it would actually. I don't know. There's always the concern that the biters might not like that particular spot you picked. Well, this spot's fine. They're not even going in the middle of here. I could easily cordon off this right now. But I think I'll just set up the factory first, because I don't think they're going to start bothering me at any point. So here's our plastic. And the whole point of the plastic is to be turned into advanced circuits. So what do we need for that? We need electronic circuits, plastic and copper. So circuits and copper. Let's see if we can get some over here. Maybe we could do the advanced circuits in this section here. Because it's going to be a fairly large thing. It should have its own sort of sub-clearing or whatever. Also got a nice bit of coal here. This is very nicely uncovered actually. I didn't realise when I was looking at the map how much was open to the air. So that's very good. We can definitely get some stuff from there if we ever run out of coal from the north part of the oil. So we should never be short on plastic unless we run out of oil deposits, which is a much more likely event considering the weird arrangements. Right, let's go do that. I'm sort of running between one base and another here, not being sure which thing I'm doing. Yeah, we'll go this way. We also need iron for the sulfur, and then we'll need copper as well to turn it into batteries. Though we're bringing copper over anyway. We'll need gears for the smart inserters and such. And we'll need steel for the final blue science, but we can leave that for a little bit. And that is everything, isn't it? So yeah, we need copper, gears, iron, and belts. And we're having an attack. Where is it? It's up there, and it stopped. Problem solved, I think. Let's see. Any more attacking happening? Doesn't look like it. I guess the bite is happy. Okay, so we have a belt right here with exactly what we need. So let's see if we can siphon off from the copper. I guess we can do it here. There is enough room, I guess. Let's go inside for a second. And I'm just a little bit worried right now that we won't actually have enough coming through if we have like one half of a belt dedicated to it. Though I guess we can get blue belts and stuff later on to help with that. How do we get the... Wow, the iron is properly buried in this system. Look at all this belt stuff. Is this all necessary? We can do something, I reckon. Ooh, I know what we'll do. We'll get it from over here. And, oh wait, does that... Oh no, that doesn't mess that up. It just means that this particular inserter can now take from either side. Let's stop it doing that, though, because that's not too much of a problem. So there we go. We now have the iron coming this way. And we could move this up to make a bit of room as well. There we go, with more science. I'm just picking the nearest thing I see. So now what we could do is... We'll need another splitter. Let me try splitting this off. What we could also try is extending this a good bit to make room, but then do we want to extend it that much? So if we do it there, we can put a splitter here. What we can also do to clear more space is get this copper out of the way. So let's... I'm going to move this up by 1. Oh, we can't quite fit the splitter there. We don't need this wall, actually, and the moment we remove this, I realised I was removing that to make just a little bit more room, and I've realised if I do this, it makes everything much, much easier. Let's just do that right now. And then we've got so much room to breathe all of a sudden that we can easily sort this issue out. Let's get rid of all the underground belt stuff. Just have a straight line going through, and all we need is something like this. And that. Clear that. There we go. Underground belt. And off it goes, outside. Okay. We can also do that. Just to, you know, get rid of unnecessary underground belts as they now are. But we could have moved that a bit and made all sorts of different kinds of room. But there we go, we have gears and copper on a line, and iron and circuits on a line. We can use underground belts and fancy stuff like that to do some splitting and stuff on the other end, and sort out having exactly what we want. How can we arrange these nicely? I don't know, we'll work that out next episode, because we are pretty much at the end now. Well, actually we're over time. So yeah, next episode we'll carry on belting those over to the clearing over there. We'll get the plastic going in, we'll set up some advanced circuits, and we'll see where we can go from there, whether we can get batteries done. Smart inserters. I think that it'll take a couple of episodes to get the whole thing set up, but we're definitely making some decent progress towards blue science. So, I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.